y'all like winter, some of y'all love summer. But me, fall. This is my time. This is my favorite time of year. Fall, or as some of you uppity people call it, autumn. I love this time of year. The weather's cool. The leaves are falling off the tree. I love it. But you know what I don't love? This bumper. It sucks. Welcome back to the channel, me and Car Keys. Now, don't get me wrong. All right, I like the way this bumper looks. However, it sucks. I don't know how else to say it. It started, okay. 5 days after I put it on, it rained and the bumper started rusting in all these random various places. The fitment on it was never really that good. If you look over here, right here, look at that big angle gap right there. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be flush. And for me to adjust this bumper in any way, shape, or form, I have to get all up under here, and I can't actually get to the bolts, which is the problem in the first place. The bolts are extremely impossible to get to, and that therefore causes everything to be crooked. If you look here, the light bar looks like it's crooked. No, the light bar is actually straight. The bumper's actually crooked. Woo! Anyway, needless to say, thanks to my good friends, we no longer have to deal with this issue anymore. Big shout out to the sponsor of today's video. We have a box from Hooke Road. Make a difference for your adventure. Oh, another good thing about fall, no more bugs. You know what else is good about fall? Hoodies. Motivation Crew merch. Link in the description below. Get yours. So, this is our new bump. What is happening? Who's ruining my video? As I was saying, this is our new bumper. Sort of. Now, this thing has packaged so well. I'm tired. Why am I tired of opening a box? Never been so happy to be tired. Look at this. It has foam everywhere. I had to break some of the foam just to get the bumper pieces out. You got foam here. You have this cushion foam here around the edge. Man, the box had more foam in it. You have these, whoa, these are like hard wooden pieces to protect the bumper as well. Whew. Need some water. You know what? I was debating on whether or not I'm going to compare and contrast the two. I am going to compare and contrast the two bumpers. You know why? Because that bumper on the truck right there didn't have all this. You see all this cushion and all this padding in here? They didn't do all that. You know why? Because they're not Hooke Road, all right? That's why they didn't do all that. Big shout out to Hooke Road. So, like I say, all this stuff is packaged very well. We're going to start opening because there aren't that many pieces. You have one end piece here, you have an end piece there, you have a center piece there. You have gaskets. We're going to get to that in a minute because that's another thing that bumper did not have that I'm already very excited about. I really need some water. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, man. Car Keys, hit the notification bell so you know when we post new videos. Thank you for all your support. Also, if you're free, feel free to come down and help me out with this new bumper and bring me some water. Now you have the sensor section here. This is the middle. I like it. You got that Hooke Road logo right there at the top. You have this nice grill right here to protect your light bar, which is actually very cool. And you have on the back, you have these tabs if you hook your light bar up to. I think this one holds a 22-inch light bar, which is what I have on the truck now. Perfect. Y'all check this out. Look at that. Incredible, y'all. I love the powder coating. It feels nice. I don't know why, but it feels really nice, really cool. And I like that they have the light pods already installed. Perfect there. You don't have to worry about them. You don't have to mess with them on the back. If you have parking sensors in the front, I do not, but if you have parking sensors in the front, you have your spots here for your parking sensors, and you have your 2 wires for your lights right there. You also have a bracket installed on the back right there. So all you do is bolt it on to your truck. They made it so easy, so simple, as opposed to some other people. But like I said, this is incredible. Hooke Road, we've done it again. Now you do have instructions here, and on the back right there are your color pictures of your instructions, and you have your box of hardware, which is actually a bag inside of a box of hardware right here. All right, and this is a view of what our Hooke Road bumper will look like. I love the design. It's similar to this bumper, but a little more simpler and a little better, actually. Like I said before, I love this powder coating. It's even all the way across. It feels nice. It doesn't feel like it's gonna chip off or fall off or flake off or rust or anything like that, because it's fully covered all the way across. unlike some other bumpers that I've used before. I'm also like that these lights are included. I love that the lights are black housing and they're black on the inside. I love that. This bumper also has this little area right here where you house your lights. It creates more of a cohesive look. It creates more of a uniform look. This bumper didn't have that. For whatever reason, there was nothing around the lights, and it looked kind of weird. It always looked like the bumper was just, like the lights were just hanging. I don't know, it looked weird to me. But these also have, if you have front parking sensors, you also have room for those as well. Just pop these out, pop those in, and you're good to go. So like I said, I love this Hooke Road bumper. Excited to get it on. But for those of you who are wondering why I'm so excited about Hooke Road, I have a nice relationship with Hooke Road. Hooke Road actually sponsors this channel, and we've done work with them in the past. So I'm gonna link the video up here at the top. Hooke Road has all kinds of products for your Jeep, your truck, any type of off-road vehicle that you have, any type of adventure vehicle that you have. They have all kinds of products for you. Check out the website. They have roof racks, they have bumpers, they have running boards, they have all kinds of products, they have mirrors, all kinds of stuff. Check out the website. They actually provided this bumper. This is our rear bumper from Hooke Road. And what I love about this bumper is this right here. It has the step right here that I get compliments about all the time. So if you have any type of knee problems, any type of knee pains, this helps. More than you can imagine, this actually helps. You know, if you lift your knee all the way up here, you have a little nice step right there for you to put your foot in. My kids love that too. I don't know why, but they really love that. If you go across the bumper, you have your parking sensors here. It still has room for those. These lights were also included. Also has that black housing, and I have these wired into my reverse lights. They have their logo right there. You still fit all your tow stuff, everything you normally have. Right here was normally your key for your spare tire. I never had one, that's why it's empty right there. And then you have your license plate light right there, which is a super bright LED. Boom. So, like I say, Hooke Road is an incredible company. I love working with them. They have some incredible products, and they also make my truck look incredible. They give it that off-road, Baja type of rugged, but still classy look that I like for my truck. And believe it or not, I get tons and tons of comments on that bumper. People are always asking me, where'd you get the bumper? Where'd you get the bumper? Hooke Road. So if you look for anything for your truck, anything, off-road parts, check out Hooke Road. Link in the description below. First thing I want to do is going to put the end cap, the end pieces onto the centerpiece. So it's just 3 bolts. If you look here on the side, just 3 bolts right there on each side to connect these. Now the cool thing about this is that they also, Now the cool thing about this is, and I remember this from the rear bumper, it has like, let me show you. It has a hole right here. It has a hole right here. So if you need to run this wire in, which you probably will, behind the bumper, through this hole, through that hole to the center, or if you need to hook up a light bar, you need to run it through here, you can do that. And I love the way they did that. This literally creates like a little pocket for you to put extra wires in, or, you know, fold them up and zip tie them in there. It's like they thought of a lot of things that normal people don't think about. So that's why I like Hooke Road products, because they pretty much covered everything for you. All you do is put it together, slap it on. That's it. All right, so before we connect anything, I alluded to this earlier. This right here is a game changer. This is a total game changer. This bumper right here did not have these, all right? So this is somewhat of a gasket that goes right in between here, like so. So that the 2 bumpers, when you put them together, they don't rub together and scratch off all your coating on both sides. Hooke Road. See, that's what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm talking about. When I saw that, I got super excited. I was like, that is incredible, because I didn't have that before. That is incredible. I know y'all probably looking at me like, dude, it's just a little gasket thing. It's not a big deal. It's a huge deal, okay? Hooke Road is a huge deal. I appreciate it. Backing on it. Look at that. Look at that. And it goes up, right on here. Up, line it up. Up. I need my hands, hold on. Look at this. Incredible. Line it up perfectly. Look at that. Perfect. Now when I put this piece to this piece, it won't scratch it. Right up to there, like so. Oh, that is perfect. That is so perfect. Right, we got this side installed. I didn't tighten them all the way up. But this side, we got our gasket on there. And the way I've been doing it was using my foot. Line it up, Kind of use your foot to hold it up a little bit. Yep, garage mechanics. All right, we have our bumper together, and now we can take that thing off and put this on. So we have our rest of our hardware set up here. Now, for those of you who live in states where you're required to have a front bumper, or front bumper, you're required to have a front license tag on your vehicle. That's what this is actually for. Look at this. This is actually your front license tag holder. How cool is that? I like that. That's cool. So this is your actual, where you mount your license tag, and you mount the bracket. You mount this. Hey, if you look on the back, it has these tabs here. Basically, you're mounting this like that. And then you're mounting your license tag to the front of this. So it goes like that. Make sense? Cool. All right, out with the old. All right, y'all, it took us a second to get that off, but we finally got it off. Who needs bumpers anyway? Bumpers are for people who plan to hit stuff. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna transfer these light pods from my old bumper over to my new bumper, only because they're already wired, and all I gotta do is plug them in, make my life a lot easier. And I like these light pods because they have daytime running lights incorporated in them. So let's do that real quick. Let's go. Let's go. Hooke roll. Look at it from this angle right here. That is perfection if I've ever seen it, y'all. That is insane. Look at this. I didn't even adjust this yet. Look at this. That fitment is look at this line. Perfection. Now, you're talking about a product that all I had to do was bolt it on. That's it. I don't have to go readjust anything. I don't have to push anything left or right, up or down. None of that. I literally just bolted it in, tighten it up, and it looks perfection, y'all. That is incredible. Hooke roll for the win. Look at this side. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? This line here, perfection. And it just cuts off right there. Perfection. I can't. This is literally the easiest bumper ever. No, between this front bumper and the rear bumper, these are the easiest bumpers ever to install. Ever. Now, you remember earlier in the video when I said, hey, you come by and help me out? You never showed up. What's up with that? What's that about? You never showed up. I was sitting here waiting on you. You never showed up. I had to do it all by myself. And let me show you what happened. That's what happened. What I realized is that I didn't show y'all how I did it. So check this out. Hold on. Roll with me. Bumper was already pre-framed pretty much. It had a bracket on the back side back here, and it had these studs already hanging out, which was perfect. Like I said, it makes it easy, made it real easy for you. So if you look here, you have one bolt there, that's one there, and there's another on this side right there. So three bolts per side, and that's it. That's all you have to do. It's already framed for your F-150, so it's perfect. You just bolt it in, tighten it up, and you're good to go. That's it. Super easy. I forgot what the measurement was. I put it on the screen. Forgot what the measurement was for the bolt, but I put it on the screen. But super easy. I say easiest install of a bumper. Whoa, easiest install of a bumper ever. Right. So like I say, Hooke roll made it very easy for you. Very simple. All you do is literally hold it up and bolt it in. Now you have two people. Be even easier. Like I said, I scratched on my bumper trying to get this side on, but that was my fault, not Hooke roll's fault. So I say very easy to install. What I like about it is, like I said, I love that it's powder coated, and it's powder coated evenly all the way around. Look at that right there. Get in close. I love that. And the good thing about it for me is that my front bumper and my rear bumper, back here, now match, and they both have that same Hooke roll logo right there in the middle, which is perfect. One thing I have to point out, and it's something that I kind of learned after I put the bumper on. You're gonna love this. Okay, so this bumper, I love the design of this bumper. If you look here, like I said, it's perfectly flush, perfectly lined up with the fender. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to readjust it, untighten it, put it back on, nothing. I literally bolted it on one time and it was already flush on both sides, and I love that. If you see, the design goes this way and then it cuts down this way, and I love that because it clears. They did it like that so to clear your tires. Now, you saw a couple videos ago. These tires are 34.4 by 11.2. They are 285 55 R22. When I first put these tires on, they didn't fit. They did not fit at all, and I kind of had a feeling they wouldn't. But my old bumper actually came out to about right there, and I ended up cutting up the truck, cutting the crash bars, and cutting the bumper so I can get these tires to fit. And they did, but they still kind of didn't. So anytime I turned the full lock, anytime the truck was flexed in any direction at all, anytime even just getting in this driveway, it was scrape, and it was starting to cut into the tire. Now, I thought it was a crash bar, but I found out after I put this bumper on, it actually wasn't a crash bar. It was my old bumper, because now this actually clears. So if I turn this tire now, it clears. When I'm backing in the driveway, it clears, no problem at all. So big shout out to Hooke Road. This bumper is actually the perfect size for my truck and my setup. Coincidence? No. So big shout out to Hooke Road for this bumper. It actually fits my truck perfectly. All right, so what do you guys think about my new front bumper from Hooke Road? Like I said, if you need any off-road supplies, any bumpers, any running boards, lights, anything like that, check out Hooke Road. Link in the description below. I do love the new setup. Like I said, front and the back now match. And that was actually something that was bothering me before. So I'm happy to have two matching bumpers. And like I said, it fits the truck perfectly. Truck's happy. I'm happy. We're happy. All right. Thanks for watching another video on the Man Car Keys channel. If you need any products, off-road products, bumpers, running boards, roof racks, whatever you need for off-road supplies, check out Hooke Road. Link in the description below. Big shout out to Hooke Road for sponsoring today's video. Motivation Crew, that's me, that's you. Till next time, I'll see you.